Okay folks, we're getting ready for the cane pole show. Here it comes. What's everybody up to? Ian, are you getting ready for the show?
Absolutely.
You are?
It's going to be a great show tonight.
Okay, alright.
Yep, the 9th and the 10th. Next Friday and
Okay.
Saturday.
Ken's getting ready for the show, everybody.
Get
He's
ready.
Getting all the show
We're
notes
on the
together.
phone right here.
Go time.
All right,
We're working on it.
nice. Ooh, look at the fish tank. It's so pretty. Look at that. Hey, everybody, come by and look at the fish tank.
That's what I want to know.
Yep.
Thank you.
They only charge you
Cody.
5 cents to pet the
Awesome.
fish.
Thank you. All right, bye. Bye.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
That's what I'm talking about. Kiss it.
There you go. Say nice.
Nice. Monster. Look at that bad boy. Look at that tough one. Look at that. Yes, look at that. Nice. Look at that. It's another show. Welcome to the Cane Pole Fishing Show. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub. Enjoy the show.
Ian, I'm in the boat right now. We're doing 70 miles an hour. Woo! Flying down the lake. Here we go.
I'm
Going up first spot. What are you driving?
I'm holding on to
There is
the
no console in my boat.
But I'm on the
You gotta
driver's
hold the
side.
handle. Hold the handle. There you go. You're down there.
The old crap handle.
Yeah,
the one
that's it. Oh, wait, way down over there.
Yeah.
Right? It's just not in a good place. But you got the thing down there, right?
I do.
You
I
hold
do
the
have
strap.
one. Yep.
Right? We're going down the lake 70 miles an hour, and man, it's not even sunny, and we're wearing our sunglasses. No wind. What do you got on there? What kind?
I have a pair of the wonderful new Ark sunglasses we're carrying now.
No, Ark makes rods.
They make glasses too, Kent.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ark makes a bunch of stuff, man.
Man, I'm telling you what.
They are fantastic.
Hey guys, we are wearing the brand new Ark sunglasses that I just got into cane pole this afternoon. We are super stoked. They are super light, polarized, are a great price point.
Yeah.
Right around mid 40s, $44, right?
That's not
For
bad
all of them.
at all, dude.
We can get all kinds of different styles. I ordered a few, but they are already, man, I've already been wearing them around today.
Yeah.
Going out to lunch and stuff, so I'm impressed.
I'm interested
super
to see
light.
how they look in the water.
Yeah, super great. So they come with a nice strap already in the back. You don't have to buy a new one. I did not give you one,
okay.
right? But it comes with a nice strap, and then comes with a nice case, a hard case.
They do
which
fit
I don't
the
have
face
here.
comfortably, though.
But yeah, I'm really impressed. So
For
we've
50
got.
bucks, dude.
Hey, listen, Ian. Besides the Ark glasses, and we're gonna get to this, but we've got so much stuff
slew.
sitting under this
We've got a
desk.
slew.
We have been getting, I know it's been tough to get product all year, but we are finally starting to roll in some really great products. And then we've got our dealer show coming up in a week or so, the Pittman show, and so we're going to be there, and we've got other things going on. And so we're super excited about all the different products, but we're going to highlight a few new ones.
Yeah.
I think that, but first off, you're Ian Hurd.
Hi, I'm Ian Hurd.
Yep.
And you are?
Kent Lewis. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Anyway, so this is our 4th show. We had the opportunity to do a fishing show last Wednesday. I know you weren't here.
I was here, but
well, you were here, but we I worked with Brian Archer from Archer Floats, came down and did an amazing hour
Mr.
on the
Brian.
history of floats. And let me tell you, I never knew. I got so many phone calls and texts about I never knew there was so much to talk about floats.
all the way from a little
I mean,
cork bobber.
Right? The water displacement of like the old red and white floats all the way up to, or what we call bobbers, or corks.
Corkies? I've
right?
never heard that
yeah,
one. A corky.
well, the corkies that go on the catfish, they go on the top, right? So, just a whole wide range of knowledge on floats. So if you did not catch our last show, that was last Wednesday. That we talked about with Byron Artrip from Artrip Float. So it was great. We've replayed a couple times, but you can go back on the Cain poll. Once again, this show right here, Facebook Live, we're going to have it on YouTube. We'll post a YouTube link. And then it's on YouTube now, actually. And then also it'll be on the replay, so forth. So you can always go back to the other shows. With that being said, we've got a lot to talk about, so let's just catch up a little bit. This is our 4th show. We had a great time with Brian last week, what we talked about. What else has been going on, Ian? I didn't see you last Wednesday, so you play football for Madison Central too.
Yes,
how's that going?
It is going good.
Awesome. Okay, good. Is that all you have to say about it? It's going good?
It's an interesting season with COVID and losing Manny. It's been a trip this year.
Right, awesome. Well, it's just been I think that we're going to the fall and school's finally back in session. I know my kids are back in session.
Elementary and middle are.
Where they go to Model, we're back.
Yeah, and Model high school.
We are full blown. So I think it's nice for us a little bit to get a break, but also at the same time, I think they've been craving being back in an environment to be with their friends and everything else. So it's been really tough. With that being said, there's a lot coming up around fishing. And before we get into some new products and the Educate Randy session, we've got tournaments galore that have started.
Yes.
I mean, we mentioned a few of them before, and we've talked a lot about the Pay Lake tournaments and things like that, but those are still happening, by the way, at Seven Lakes and Reeds.
Yep.
But they're starting to, they'll wind down eventually here soon. And with that being said, what happens is the crappie and bass fishing.
Yeah. There's actually a crappie trail, isn't there?
There is a crappie trail. I think they just had a USA tournament on Lake Cumberland last weekend or the weekend before. So we should probably get some more details about that, about the crappie fishing. Yeah. But what I want to get into is just around the bass fishing starting to ramp up. And we're right in the middle of crappie season, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It is great.
It started to cool off. The fish are starting to rise up in the water column, because they go deep 17, 18 foot in the summer. But, I mean, they're up in the 6s right now, and they should be biting.
They should be, and so get ready. It's the weather is cooling down, and that's what we love as bass guys anyway, right?
Yeah, I've talked to quite a few people coming in the store, going up to Lake Reba, and they're catching a bunch of them right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news. So with the weather being cool, definitely check out live bait, minnows, shiners, things like that coming in, and we are fully stocked. With that being said, let's talk about, there are just more of a knowledge thing. I think if a lot of times we go to the lake and we go to the ramp, we're thinking we're just going to go out fishing for a day, and we find a tournament going on and there's 100 boats there, and you're like, wow, I did not expect this. I'm in a bit of a mess, and maybe I should have gone a different ramp or maybe a different lake. So I think it's always important to just know kind of what's going on. I think most of the guys that are fishing tournaments have a good idea. But we are going to start doing a better job here. I want to start putting together just a list, and we'll start posting this. I'm going to start giving this to Randy during the show so we can actually put up a calendar and just kind of understand where all these dates are and everything are going on.
Just like
so I think it's really important. So we will try to educate you as much as what's going on during the show of what tournaments are, or where tournaments are, and what ramps and so forth, so you can help either avoid those if you're just going fun fishing.
Or go fish them.
Or if you can go fish tournament, go fish them. Yeah. Some of them are open, some of them are not. So
most of them are open tournaments.
Depending, right? You got to join the club. So let's
semi-open, I'd say that.
Right. So let's do this. Just a little bit of a recap. We got the South Central kicked off September 20th.
Yep.
It's in full swing. It's every Saturday and Sunday. There might be a couple of days in there it doesn't happen, but majority of the time it's every Saturday and Sunday. Kicks off at Safe Light, goes to 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So that's kicked off. And listen, we're used to Cumberland hitting, you know, in the 14, 15, 16 pound mark.
Yeah.
And the last 2 tournaments have been around the 11 or 12 pound mark. The first was 14.
Well, the first Saturday was 12, and then
Yep.
the Sunday, or no, the first Sunday was 12.
14.
It was
There
14.
was a 14, yep.
And then the next Saturday was a 12, and then there was 11.
So, but still, as tough as it is, that's some good fishing, okay?
Yeah.
So it's really tough right now.
Bluebird skies.
But it's starting to cool down. And I think the misnomer, right, as I kind of go through these tournaments, is that, hey, you know what? And I'm not saying you can't catch fish in these conditions, okay? But we always want prime conditions. So what I look at is that a lot of people think, man, it is going to be a gorgeous weekend. All of a sudden it's been 90 degrees, and then boom, it's 65. And you're like, let's go fishing. And you're right.
Yeah.
It is a great day to be on the lake.
Yeah.
You're on the lake, you're on the boat, it's being out there fishing. I would take it every time. I would do it every time.
Absolutely.
But
Fish don't like it.
typically, what fish like is consistency. So if you're at 85 degrees, then you drop to 65. It's much better. It's been 65 for 3 or 4 or 5 days in a row.
Yep.
Get that water temperature consistent, and then they get acclimated, and then you can kind of go after them. I mean, I'm not saying they won't bite. I'm not saying you can't go find them either.
Yeah, it's
Okay, let me say that. There's some big bags that will go against that theory. But majority of the time, you're trying to get that consistent weather, and so we're waiting for that to happen and just get consistent. I think it's even going to be in the 30s.
Yeah, it was
coming up next
I
weekend.
think 39 Friday evening,
Yeah.
or Friday night, 39 degrees.
It's gonna so that'll cool the water down quick.
Cold nights make the bass
But I
bite.
think the last time I checked, and somebody might correct me if I'm wrong, 72 degrees I think was the last time I saw on Lake Cumberland. So
that's what I've heard, 72 to 76.
great, awesome. So as we go through this, if there's any questions, Randy, if anybody else has any questions, please post them, and we'll get to them once we get through these tournaments, and then we'll start asking questions. Big Bass Bonanza, October 10th and 11th. That is the Big Bass Bash tournament. Basically, it's about Honest Mike Outdoors and Cumberland Pro. Make sure you go check that out. That is a open tournament. I think it's $250 to fish it.
That's a lot of money.
That's October 10th and 11th.
Yeah.
I think that you'll have to look at the rules, but some of them allow you to actually go out at midnight. You can go from any ramp you want and sit on your spot until 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. As soon as it's 6, you can start fishing.
Really?
Yep. So all the Big Bass Bash tournaments, that's the way they do it at Douglas. In fact, we usually fish Douglas for our Pittman Cup down at the Pittman Creek Show, and there's 400 boats going to be on that lake. So we moved it to Cherokee Lake for our little Pittman Cup, but that's what they're allowed to do. So imagine you're trying to go to your spot and there's 200 boats. Now I think there's like 90 to 100 boats registered for that tournament already.
But there'll always be some registered.
And Cumberland eats up a lot of boats, right? I mean, you can have 300 or 400 boats on that lake
all day, and it's still fish comfortably.
It's still fish. So Big Bass Bonanza, honestmikeoutdoors.com to go see that October 10th and 11th. I'm reading from a list I put together, so I apologize I'm not looking at you. Kentucky Bass Nation State Championship is October 9th and 10th at Green River at Lone Valley. So if you're going down to Green River, I think they're going out of the Lone Valley ramp the last time I checked. So that's the state championship, October 9th and 10th. Remember, all these ramps are subject to change, so definitely go check them out. But that's the Kentucky Bass Nation State Championship. Now, don't get that confused with the Kentucky Bass Federation
KBF
Semi-Nationals, which is the following weekend on October 17th and 18th, which is at Site 1 at Green River.
Yep.
Okay, so another big tournament on Green River the 17th and 18th. So make sure you know, and that's going on as well out of Site 1. And that'll be around 90 boats, I believe, is what I'm understanding right now. Yep. So the other tournament you should be aware of on the 17th and 18th is our
tournament, the MBT?
Nope.
No?
What's the other one? The Bradley Roy High School Tournament.
School, yeah. Bradley Roy.
So let me tell you how this is awesome and important.
I would love to fish that.
Bradley Roy does a great job. It's in cohort with Anglers Outpost. They put on an awesome tournament out of Halcom's Landing. It's a high school tournament. I don't know exactly how many boats are going to qualify for Sunday yet, but last year I was able to be a boat official. I was invited again this year. I can't make it because we're fishing another tournament, but if you're in high school, you want to go fish a great tournament and an opportunity to fish a major league fishing style event, on Sunday, you qualify. I believe the top 5 or top 10 qualify. Then go fish the Bradley Roy Invitational. It's out of Halcomb's Landing. You can register. I think you can go to Angler's Outpost to get more details, or look at Bradley Roy's page, and you can get more detail there. We sponsor that event. It's a great event. We actually not only give some giveaway bags, but we also donate to the scholarship fund, and they have a Bradley Roy scholarship fund that they give away to go to a school for college. So that's really important to us, really important to them. Anglers Outpost is a great partner with the Cain Pole here. So we do a lot of things with Bradley Roy and their team, and Bradley supports us very well. So make sure if you're fishing high school, or if you've got a potential high schooler that wants to go see how it all works, go down there and hang out.
You don't have to fish. Just
go see the weigh-in. Go down there and hang out. Go meet Bradley Roy. He'll be down there. You can maybe eat Randy. I don't know. I'd probably take your lunch. If you're not fishing tournament, I don't know. I don't think they're having a food truck.
There's a great view from Halcomb's.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that doesn't help you eating.
Yeah, you can have a beautiful picnic at the ramp.
Oh yeah, I know. You could that's right. You could go and take your picnic there, and that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So you could go down there and check out that if you're interested in high school fishing and want to see what that's all about. So anyway, Halcomb's Landing, October 17th, 18th. Excuse me, October 17th and 18th.
Get me excited, man.
National Bass Trail State Classic, which is what we're fishing, is at Barren River. I qualified to fish the Kentucky Bass Federation for the state team, and I want to fish that in, but I promised you that I would fish all season. So I said,
go down there and slack on.
I said that I'm not going to fish the Kentucky Bass Federation Series, and I'm going to go fish the Classic with you because I love you so much. Okay, so don't do that. No kissing. Get away. So anyway, National Bass Trail State Classic, October 17th and 18th on Barren River. So we're super excited about that. Also, I am. Are you fishing this weekend?
No, I have to work.
Oh, you're working.
Some people.
You're working, so I can go fishing.
Some people have to be the adult and be responsible.
Oh, is that what it is?
You know, I've got a bait shop to run here. I'm trying to run a business, Kent. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that. I'm trying to run a business here.
Wow, you're flipping the script, buddy. That's good. I'm glad that you think I do say that a lot. I can't even say to that. So I will say this: I am going fishing. So I'm leaving on Friday about 3 o'clock. I'm going to haul butt down to the Tim Ford Lake, which I've never fished reservoir, just in Winchester, Tennessee, just south and around Nashville. 4-hour trip. I'm going to haul down there, and I'm going to go fish with the infamous Chandler Brake.
That's my best friend.
Right? So we're going to go down there and whoop up on Josh Brake and Lan Brake. So Landon Brake and Josh Brake are fishing together because Landon wants to fish.
Landon's a hammer.
I know.
He's got.
And Josh is pretty good.
But I don't know about. I think Chandler's the best in the family.
I got the Chan in my boat. We are in the old
Purple Pony.
Purple Pony.
Hey, what's Josh fishing out of?
The Titanic.
The Titanic.
That's what they call them. They got new engines, so it's not so much Titanic. They said they got it to 68.
Well, before we.
But I really hope he's watching right now because that is the Titanic.
Hey, we were at a brisk 52 when we blew her up. So
listen, I passed him at the Pittman Creek Cup last year at Douglas.
Yeah.
And he knew I was coming up behind him because I was boat I think 9 and he was 8, and I came up right to the right of him, and I was flying, and he looked over and just went like this. Go on! He goes, we're just doing this.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what Chandler does. Chandler will have it up on pad, and he'll be like,
that's right.
Robin is a little hard out.
If there's any information on tournaments or there's a tournament that I missed, these are ones that I just quickly knew about going on. There's a lot. I mean, I know there's a lot. There's stuff going on. I heard there's there's a Cumberland Point tournament still. I think the Classic is still going on.
They're starting some new series out of Burnside.
Yep, there's a Burnside, and then there's what's the Wake?
Wake Forest Marina?
No, not Wake Forest Marina. Oh my goodness. Anyway, there's another series going out, so we're gonna get ideas. But You're
Me.
the EKU Bass Fishing Team Open is on Chickamauga this Sunday. So if you fancy a trip to Chick,
You want to go to Chick?
you can go to Chick on Saturday and
I
go
like
fish
that.
tournament
if you
on.
fancy a trip to fit Chick, you
Fish Chick.
Well,
Well, that's what they call it, Fish and Chick. So we got that, and then when is the Cardinal Series Kentucky Bass Nation?
Yeah, we have a Cardinal on the 9th or 10th, whatever that Saturday is.
The 9th is a Friday, so it would be the 10th.
The 10th.
Where's that?
That is out of Hawkins.
Wow. Okay. So another tournament out of Hawkins on the 10th. But
is
the
there
other
already
tournament
one
on the other tournament that's out of Hawkins on the 17th, 18th.
Yeah.
So there's a high school tournament
Yep.
going out of the Hawkins on the
KBN
10th, which is the
cards.
Kentucky Bass Nation Cardinal Series,
Sponsored
by our
Tracy,
friends
Mr. Glasscock up
at Bypass Bait and Tackle.
Bait and Tackle.
I haven't talked to Tracy. You know why? Because he's
mad at
building
you?
a new house.
Oh,
And that's
apparently
all he's been
He's been working
on his
it
new house.
the whole time.
That's right. So I'm sure they're cracking up right now. I know Beck is.
I know
for
Beck's
sure.
losing it.
She's laughing right now. But he's been working hard on the house, so give him credit.
Working harder.
I know. Every time I talk to him, he's almost out of breath. He's like working on the house. He's like, what do you want?
He's a
Anyway.
big old teddy bear, though.
He is. All right, so questions. Real quick.
Questions?
Right.
Yeah.
We got a bunch. It's
Really?
gonna be real quick.
Awesome.
It'll be-
Come on.
Fantastic.
Tony Miracle says you need to have that coach on from Garrett County. He was awesome.
Yeah, he was. We had, by the way, speaking of that, if you go back 2 shows ago, we had Tony Miracle, the Garrett County bass coach. We had the Oberman, his team, which are the Oberman brothers.
There's some hammers. Them boys some sticks.
Yeah, they're really good. Won the Kentucky Bass Nation State Championship. And then we had Troy. I'm Troy.
Troy's gonna be quite
I know he's
mad
gonna be
at
mad
you.
at me. Troy
He even
Blankenship.
gave
I know.
you a jersey.
I know. Troy Blankenship. I see him so much that I just don't even. So think
How do you
about it.
forget that bald head?
I know you can't. Yeah, that's your fault. You said it. Troy Blankenship was on here from the Madison Central bass coaching team. So, yeah.
Bobby Anderson, did you get those spot stickers in yet?
Oh, great question. They are ordered. In fact, Mr. Anderson, great question.
Is our order out
I
for
received. I'm going to look at it right on here. He said, "Thanks, Kent. I'll grab the blade combinations and put them together and get them out to you." I don't know the date when they're going to ship yet, but they have been ordered. I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different colors in 3/8 and ½ ounce in the double willow painted.
Fantastic.
So they'll be on their way.
Rebecca Glasscock says hi.
Beck.
Yeah, that's Beck. Yep, we love her.
I'm sure she commented again
Yep.
somewhere through there.
That's
Tony
okay.
Miracle said there's 5 boats for Sunday.
Sunday.
I don't know what that means.
5 boats for Sunday.
Bobby Cole Baker, love the Bradley Roy tournament.
Yeah, great,
Bobby Cole.
great tournament.
Is there any new Ark baits or apparel in, Bobby?
Oh, yep, we'll get there. We'll get there.
There's something like that.
Travis says for Ian, what's your approach when fishing pay lakes, 7 lakes or reeds?
Oh, good question.
Is that would I rather fish 7 or 8?
I
Or
think
is
that what he's
how would
asking.
I if I've never fished it before?
Okay, here's what I do.
Okay.
I think what he's asking is how would you approach fishing 7 and how would you approach fishing reeds?
So I always fish 2 poles if allowed, of course. And most of the time, what I'll do is I'll have a float rod and I'll start off with it set, depending on how deep or what lake I'm fishing, 9 to 12-ish. And I'll normally have a live bait on that. And then I'll have a pole with no float, just sometimes weightless, sometimes just like a ½ ounce, 1/4 ounce weight on it, with normally a live salty on that one. And if I'm not getting anything on those, I'll switch over and I'll set my float, if allowed, of course, I'll set my float to about 3 foot, sometimes 2, and I'll put a bluegill head on and I'll troll the banks. If allowed, of course. I know
Yep.
at reeds you can't, but at 7 you can.
Okay, so let's talk about that. He asked about reeds first, so let's ask reeds. So at reeds, no trolling.
Yep, no trolling.
But you're throwing out your float.
Yep.
It's a single lake, right?
He is stocking up the bottom pond with big fish this year to be open for next year.
Ah, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2. But
Yep,
right now,
'cause
one.
yep.
Right now, 1.
Yep.
I've heard that cut bait does well
Yes,
there.
skipjack heads
Frozen skipjack.
especially do phenomenal there.
Yep. Any frozen shad or anything like that.
Yep, frozen
and
shad.
also, I've heard that sometimes, and I want to make this clear. I mean, naturally, we lose fish.
Yeah.
Okay. We lose bluegill. We'll lose suckers. We lose fish during the day. So we freeze those.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in buying dead fish that's frozen and go that,
Suckers.
suckers, goldfish, bluegill.
Yeah, there was a
right?
guy came in the other day buying suckers, and he said all he does is chops the head. And
Yep, that's right. So if you do that, that might be something to consider going to Reed's. Now, if you go to 7, you've got obviously many lakes to choose from. So do you
7
have
of them.
Oh, 6 are really.
You can
One of
fish
them's not
7.
open though.
You can fish
Well,
7.
but it's not really.
He
stocked.
doesn't stock it yet.
Okay, so
My preference at 7 was.
he didn't stock it yet, but you can go fish it.
I mean,
Hey guys, go fish the lake that hasn't been stocked yet.
Fishing a
you
bird.
gotta
and just
think.
go
No,
on with it.
You gotta think.
Anyway.
There's been fish in there that.
Trenton would love that comment right now. But anyway,
I hope Trenton's
watch
out
this.
there.
Hey Trenton, this for you. Anyway,
Hey, wait.
yeah. So, all right. So what? lake?
My preferences are 1 and 6.
1 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Any particular reason why, or just that's where you've caught fish?
That's just where I've caught fish. I know 4 is a phenomenal lake if you know it and you know the holes in it.
Okay. So there is some keys to know.
Yes, you definitely have to fish to know. Like, you can't just walk up and you'll know where to cast first try, anything like that. You have to kind of have a basis and know the lake a little bit to fish it good.
Okay. Good.
Tony says the Bass College Series on Cumberland starts tomorrow on the high school Sunday. I think that's what he was referring to, the 5 boats.
The Bass
Day
College
Day
Series
2 for the Bradley Boyd
starts
tournament.
tomorrow.
Yes. And the high school is on Sunday, he
The
says.
high school is Sunday.
I guess the Bradley Roy tournament.
Bradley Roy tournament.
Oh, maybe they only qualify 5 boats to fish Sunday.
Yes.
That's
That's what he
what it
says.
is.
Okay, thanks.
I used my brain for once, Kent.
So during the Bradley Roy tournament, they're only taking the top 5 boats. That's what they did last year. So only the top 5 boats will compete in the MLF event on Sunday.
So
which
it's-
for those that don't know, Randy, you probably don't know. So when you go out and bass fish, right? Majority of the time you are fishing for 5 fish. There's 3 fish tournaments and all that, but let's just take tradition.
Yeah.
5 fish, legal fish, over 12 inches, 15, 18, depending on where you are.
And what species?
And what species, and you take those 5, which are usually what? Kentucky spots or smallmouth or
Small-headed
largemouth.
ones, yeah.
Take those, add those 5 together, and that's your weight. You're in by a certain time. Okay? Whoever wins, the top 5 of those, need to go fish this new format called Major League Fishing.
MLF.
Major League Fishing is all about how many fish you catch.
Right.
So there's a boat official that sits on each boat. So you're gonna have 4 people on each boat. So you're gonna have the driver, the captain of the high school team, which is usually a dad or a friend or whoever that owns a boat. You have the 2 high school who doesn't fish. You have the 2 high school kids that run the
do
boat
fish, yeah.
up front and fish. They can't drive the boat, but they can run the boat up front and fish. And then you have a boat official.
Yep.
And the boat official, basically, every time you catch a legal fish, you hand the fish you put the boat official, and they weigh it, give you a pound. The boat official records it, right, and puts it on it, and then puts it on iPad and texts it in. It's all live standings. So you always know where you're at during the day, but there are penalties, right?
Yeah. Say.
Fish landing violation.
So say I'm fighting a fish, I flip it in the boat, and I go to grab the line, and the line breaks, and it falls and
Doesn't matter. The fish hits the boat. It's 2-minute penalty.
2 minutes. Sit down. 2 minutes. I mean, as soon as that fish hits the boat, it's 2 minutes penalty.
2-minute penalty.
Sit your rod down.
You get to count the fish, but it's 2 minutes.
Yeah,
penalty.
the fish counts,
Right.
but it's 2 minutes.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep. You
2 minute.
can't throw the fish back in the water.
Hey,
You gotta let it
here
go.
you go. 2 minute landing violation. Sit down, please.
Yep, that's right. I had to do it. Right?
Did you really?
So, yeah,
Was it fun?
so- yeah.
2 minute landing violation.
Well, I mean, you just gotta, it's a ball. I was an official last year. It's a good time. It's fun to watch. You run a route for the kids, right?
Here's a great question.
Catch fish.
Is it a 1 pound minimum or a 2 pound? Because I know MLF went 2 pounds.
No,
this year.
there's no pound. This is all legal fish. All legal fish.
Oh, so
count.
they all just have to be legal?
Yep, all legal
Oh,
fish
okay,
count.
so it's not weight wise.
Nope, not
So
weight.
I can go catch me a dinky do 12 and a quarter
If you
inch
went
spotted
out
bass.
and caught, here's the key. If you went out and caught
57 12-inch spotted bass.
Yep, and one person caught 3 big 4-pound largemouth, you'd win. Doesn't matter.
Tony says the top 10% go to the national championship in both series.
Oh, good.
Kenny Harden.
Yes.
Kent, what is your favorite color drop shot worm on Cumberland?
What is it, Kent?
Secret?
What is it? Let all the people out there know.
I'm not doing it. I won't do it.
And he has some laughy faces, so I don't know what that means.
He knows exactly what my favorite color drop
You
shot
like showing
worm is.
that bright chartreuse one, right?
Yeah, that super. I listen. I get a black worm and I put it in chartreuse dye, and then that's what I use.
I prefer, like the old cream worms?
Yeah.
Like just the plain white cream worms come in like a trick worm pack.
Yeah.
I prefer to get one of the white ones, and I take it and I get the bright red dipping glow, and I let it sit overnight, a whole pack of them.
Yeah, you can do it.
Them my favorite.
Here's what I'll tell you. Kenny knows already, but I will tell you that my actually favorite drop shot worm is a rubber worm. That's a fair statement.
Mine too.
Okay.
Yep.
I love fishing rubber worm drop shot. There's a couple others that I fish, but there are some specific colors. Carolicious, bold bluegill. Carolicious.
Carolicious.
Yep. Bold bluegill.
Is that like Carol Baskin-licious? Or?
No. Oh my gosh. No. Go get it. It's out. I don't even know if we have any. I might have bought them all.
I can guarantee there's not your worm out there, though.
My worm is not out there correctly.
Because how many packs have we went through this year? Fishing the NBT trail?
It's just okay. It worked last weekend.
It did.
It worked the
You want
last
to talk
tournament.
about the 100 pounds of tungsten you've lost?
Kenny
No.
Harden says, I will take that.
Yeah, I know you will. Thanks, Kenny. I've helped Kenny a lot, right? I just sent Kenny a bunch of jigs. I'm not even going to say the name, but he knows. I just sent him a bunch of jigs, mailed them to him. He hadn't even paid me for them yet. So how
I know
about
what they
that,
are.
Kenny Harden? Right?
Is that a call-in, maybe?
So, but that's okay. No.
No.
So, anyway,
I know what jigs they are.
yeah. So I lost a lot of tungsten that day,
Like
but I
$10
won money back to pay for my
you're
tungsten,
good.
so it's okay. All right. That's what I use it for, right? So anyway, any more questions?
Anywho, okay, let me check.
And then we're gonna
I'm
get some new
surprised.
stuff.
That's the last one,
Yep.
as far as I can tell.
All right, awesome. All right, we have got so much new stuff, so let's just get started. I am not going to go through the details of all this. You're going to come in, check it out. If you're interested in these, obviously, man, I can ship all over the place, but we are certainly excited. So let's just start with the brand new Vanford.
It's so light.
Okay, so just a little history on the Vanford 2500 HG. Now this comes in, this is the new Shimano
Stratic
basically
reel?
so let me give you, this is what I'm saying. So if you look at the Vanford, it's very similar to the Stratic CI4. What you're going to find is, I'll hold it up like this. Can you see it, Randy?
Yep.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
This side. Everybody likes to do that. So anyway, the interesting thing about the Stratic is this. They had originally the Stratic CI4. Then they had the Stratic HK.
Yeah.
And so the Stratic CI4 was the carbon body frame. The Stratic HK was a more harder frame,
Yep.
right? Wasn't the carbon frame, so it was heavier.
Yeah.
But it was a more durable frame. Like I could have thrown it on the ground, it was more durable. It was a heavier reel for sure.
You used it as a paperweight?
I used paperweight, right? Whatever. No, it was a great reel. But anyway, you had the Stratic HK. Then they came out with the Stratic FL.
Yes.
The Stratic FL was a great reel.
Fantastic reel.
Okay. It all had the Stella gears in it, and that's what's important. So here you got this great reel. It's lighter than HK.
Beautiful color. The
Beautiful color.
silver was
Not
fantastic.
not as light as the CI4.
No, but it wasn't as heavy
Right.
as the HK.
So here we are. We got the Stratic HK. We got the Stratic FL. And now we got the Stratic CI4. So now we're getting all these reel names, and so forth. It's not like, so when they came out and said, hey, we're going to take the Stratic and we're going to put
Stella
CI4
gears.
and we're going to put Stella gears in it. So what do? Stratic
With, what type
CI4
of
plus
frame?
plus with the carbon body frame. So now this is the new just released Vanford, and the Vanford is basically the Stratic CI4 but with Stella gears in
Yeah.
it. Great reel, same
Light.
price point, super light. Now here's what else is cool. This is a 2500. They
Yeah.
make it in a 3000 too.
So they
okay?
make a 1000 size?
But they make a 1000 and
And?
the brand new 2000.
Wow.
So the 2000 is
Interesting.
just a little smaller. Now understand, a lot of people get confused. You got the 2500 and the 3000. That's actually the same body size.
Yeah.
It's just a deeper spool and holds more line.
And
and you get the T-handle. So it's a little bit
I like the
bigger reel.
T-handle.
I do not at all. How about that answer? I do not like T-handle.
Sir, yes, sir, I guess.
I like this handle better. I don't
It's
like
because
the
you have
big
girlish
T-handle.
hands.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's cool. You all call that my fairy wand whenever I fish with
Hey.
it. So anyway,
I know
Vanford,
best about the fairy
I
one.
think $229 retail.
99.
$229.99
99.
retail.
If we like you, we'll do it for $229.
Whatever. $229.99. Okay. Also, just got in today, or actually this past week. I haven't talked about it. Is the new Shimano Mgl. Talk a little bit about the Shimano
It is
Claris
sweet.
Mgl.
You know what I just noticed? Look at the,
Yep.
oh, that's sweet. So basically, they took the Corrado body, right? The normal Corrado K, the new body, and they made it in the 70 size, which the old 70, it was heavy, bad heavy,
Yep.
and then they just
So actually, I'm going to say this.
say this.
The old 70, just the Corrado 70
Yeah.
XG, was actually pretty light. It was a really light reel. And if you pick it up, it's actually pretty light. And it was a great flipping reel. But what they did is they got rid of that
Yes.
and then took the Corrado series and created the 70 MGL.
Yep.
They also did the same thing in the SLX 70 MGL. The key thing about it is it's got that shallow spool, which basically turns it into a flipping reel that you don't want to cast. So if I'm casting a long way, I'm certainly not going to be using this. But what's great about it is that you don't have to backline it. So if you're using 16 pounds, 17 pound fluoro, you're flipping with it, you break it up, then you just break it off, put new, and you're not wasting a bunch of line. So that's what's cool about the new Shimano MGL. $249.99, I think, for Cardinal MGL.
You want to go this?
Yeah, let's talk about the two
You
new.
want to go here first?
So, Lew's is starting to ship again. I'm excited that I have 13 different style Lew's reels in. One of them is the new Tp1 Reel. It has a carbon handle. This is the Pro TI. And so you can see here it's got the gorgeous purple frame outline to it. Super light reel made by Lew's TI. This is just the enhanced version of the Hypermag. This is probably one of my most popular high-end
Absolutely.
Lew's reels is the Lew's Hypermag. I've got several customers that fish it. It's a great reel, super light, and it pairs up really well with an Ark rod as well. That's what Jake Morris, one of our staffers, fishes all of the Ark Invoker Pro with the Lew's Hypermag. So I think it just I'm not
big on the circles though.
I don't like the big handles, but I mean that's not saying that you can't change the handle or anything else. But it's just I'm used to the paddle grips. I'm just a paddle grip guy, so I'm not used. But I'm not saying I couldn't get used to it or fish it. But these are great new reels, and I just got these in, so we're super excited about those. Go ahead, you can talk about the Catfish Reel.
That is sweet. What is that?
Yeah,
the metallic
so
royal blue?
These are the brand new metallic royal blue 6500 from Abby Garcia, exclusive from Big Rock Sports. So that is we've got several of those in this week. In fact, just yesterday, I believe those came in. So we've got pretty good stock of those, and this is the new.
It is.
Okay, we have a catfish question from Travis again.
Yeah.
So does the big fish in the pay lakes change their eating habits like they do in the rivers, or do they adapt to whatever's thrown at them?
They do change.
Okay.
And so that it's simple, and especially in the wintertime they change, because in the wintertime you'll see flatheads. So they basically flop. So blues in the summer they're not very active. It's kind of you hit them on the head they'll bite. But flatheads, they'll cruise the banks fierce and they'll eat anything that gets put in front of them. But in the winter, kind of like bass, the water drops and it gets them active and eating, and you'll see the flatheads move out deep and they'll kind of eat. You really have to hit them on the head to catch them. They'll suck the bottom and they'll just hug to it. And then the blues, they'll come up and start cruising shallow.
So what you're saying is the flat like the heat to a certain degree, right? They don't like 96 degree water,
but to a certain degree,
they like the heat, and the blues like the
coldness.
They like the cold.
Like now, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, should be the premier blue fishing cut time.
Awesome. I know we got more new stuff. So this is the new Abby Garcia 6500 C3
Metallic
reel,
royal
metallic
blue.
blue, exclusive from Big Rock
Don't
Sports.
forget the royal.
Come check it out. Royal.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Tim
But
Keller says, man, great suggestion on the Ark Rod.
Yes,
yes,
they're phenomenal.
they are
Kenny
there.
Harden says, Kent, maybe on your next show you let the cat out of the bag on my final jig decision. How's that?
Hey, Kenny, we will. As soon as you send me money, Kenny, money. I'm just kidding. He knows that.
What are we going to here?
Hey, so Ark. Oh, you want to talk about that first?
Let's talk about this.
Talk about it.
Get it out of the way.
Okay. I've sold a bunch of this year, and I get certain people asking me, but I've not had the red yet.
Yeah.
So here's what this is. This is high octane fire dye. Get away from me. This is a bait dye system.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm not going to read all the instructions, but let me just tell you this. It will turn your bait fish. Minnows is what we've done it on. You take a bag of minnows, you pour this whole thing into the bag, and it turns all of your minnows chartreuse
You have
and
to
glows
put it
in the
all
dark.
in there?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, listen.
So you're paying?
I'll go through it. Add 4 ounces, which is 1 bottle, Ian. 4 ounces is 1 bottle.
Wow.
Yep, a fire dye to only 12 ounces of water.
Wow.
Okay, soak time is 30 minutes. Now, they say it takes more, just a couple minutes, right? But that's what they want. But you basically pour this whole bottle in, and you can make all of your minnows chartreuse and glow in the
delicious.
dark.
Delicious.
Okay, now, which this means you can make them all what?
Red.
Man, ding, ding, you are awesome. Okay, so anyway, we've got a few of these in, so if you want to try it, come by and check out the brand new high octane, it's not brand new, but high octane fire dye that we have.
You want to talk about?
All right,
So work on other stuff.
Yeah.
Turn
All right.
your eyes.
let's see other stuff. Do what?
Does it work on other stuff you want to diagram?
Yeah, you want to try it on your hand later? You want to try
Go
it?
ahead.
No, not doing it. Hey, boy, man, this company is starting to come up as well.
Yes.
And 6th Sense starting
They're
to make a
on
big
the
push.
uprise.
The new Vega Frog we talked about.
Sweet.
Great. We've gotten some new shaky head worms in, things like that. But one of the things that we've been waiting on is the new ridge worm. They announced one color, and this thing is killer. All right? So this is a brand
It
new
looks like
ridge
a
worm
snake.
from 6th Sense. I believe we got 6 colors going on. This color is called Green Pumpkin Burst. So we just got these in last
Perfect for
week,
Halloween.
and so we're super excited. Speaking of Halloween, we're gonna have to do a Halloween show, and we've got.
Can I dress up as
Listen,
a wizard?
No, I told you we're gonna do. In fact, I'm not gonna tell people what we're doing, but it's
I
gonna be
don't know
great.
if okay.
It's okay. You're gonna know it. Okay.
You're gonna know
It's gonna be good. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Whoa, killer.
All right, stop. All right,
down.
hey, watch this. Put it on the desk. Gone under the desk. Okay.
Let's
Anyway,
talk about those. later.
so what do you want to talk about?
Are we talking about those?
Oh, the art trip.
No, that's what I was talking about. That
Oh, we will. Hold on. Art trip. So we talked about Byron art trip last week.
Byron is.
Guess
the
what? I
goat.
got all the stick floats in. Take one of these. They're super cool. Right? This is like the cross between a slip float and a spring bobber.
Yes.
Okay. So instead of wrapping around a spring and all that, you basically just put this line.
Man, that color's sweet.
Yep. Put the line right through, and then basically you take your toothpick and put there and pinch against the line wherever you want it, and you got this little small float, great for 3 to 5, 6 feet
Yeah.
deep. If
Or-
you're gonna go 15, get your regular slip float because you're not gonna catch, throw 15, feet of line out.
Yeah.
But these are great small little bobbers. Little bobbers or floats?
Flobbers.
Flobbers. Okay, they're not flobbers. Anyway, once again, the way he shapes those floats, is super
fly.
important, and definitely go watch the show because that's great. So these just came in. We got plenty of these. Pretty excited about.
That
Also,
Mammoth Jammer.
we are super excited. Anyway, we are super
Easy,
excited to
killer.
talk about the brand new
Don't hit the TV lights.
Shimano Claris Rod. Great looking rod. You wouldn't believe it. I thought, man, this rod's going to be in the higher price point. And I thought,
It feels.
man, and it feels great.
I
and
love. Feel that grip. I love
know,
it.
and this has got. If you've been around the Shimano Intenza rods,
Yes.
it's got that same kind of grip on it. It's kind of like a honeycomb type grip.
Yeah.
But this is I believe this is a 7.2 medium
medium.
heavy.
Yep.
Okay, so if you pair this up, you know, with the jig worm, put your Corrado MGL on it.
Almost a frog rod. You could probably get away with it.
Well, maybe, but this is what's great about this rod, period, is the price point is at split grip, and you're at what, $79.99,
$79.99.
right? For a Shimano
That's
rod.
it.
Yeah, that's it. And so
Put that MGL
it's
on it.
awesome. So you could pair this up, yeah.
That's a beautiful combo.
We could put this MGL
Nice.
on here, and it would be a great combo for a nice flipping rod.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
For a
fantastic.
7.2 flip jig worm rod. So super great rod. Check it out. Be sure to come in. Shimano Claris Rod just came out. We just got these last week. In fact, I talked to Rep. He doesn't even have his samples yet, and we got them. So we're
Wow.
super excited to have these
Drew was
in.
a little mad about that, wasn't he?
Well, I don't even know who that is.
Kenny, go ahead, checks in the mail.
I bet it is. Yep.
Hey,
Okay.
it got lost. It got lost
Checks in the
shipping.
mail.
Talk Live.
Got lost
Kenny
in
B is
shipping.
tuned in tonight.
Is he?
Yep.
I love Kenny
Great
B,
show.
man. He's got a great show on Thursday night, so watch him, turn him in at 7 o'clock. Kenny B, hey, we want you to
Okay.
come down and be on our show. You give us a date, right? Tell me when you can come down on a Wednesday, man. Come down and hang out with us. We'd love to have you on. Kenny B does Talk Tank Live on Thursday nights at 7,
Yeah,
right? And definitely tune into him.
Tank
So, yep. Have you watched him?
I have not.
Yep. He's got some great guests on there. He's been scoring some guys from the FLW and stuff. So super great. Hey, guess what we got in? You know, we talk about all these companies expanding. You know, you got Mega Bass that makes rods, which a lot of people don't know. I mean, some people do. And then they got jerk baits and all those stuff. And speaking of, I have some really cool Mega Bass stuff coming in. So hopefully it'll be here by our next show.
Yeah.
But, man, we are super excited to say that we've got some really cool Ark baits.
Ark?
So,
I thought they
Ark,
made rods.
They do make rods, but they also make
I
sunglasses.
thought they made sunglasses.
They do, but they also make
Shirts?
they make shirts too. I got those. But anyway, they are just launched their new crankbait topwater line, and I'm going
Hardbait
to tell
series.
you, that's right. And they have their 3. Let me see if I can get. I got a lot here, so I apologize.
That's why I tried to hold some of them for you.
So they have the CM 336, and then the 3 to 5, and then the 5 to 7 foot baits, and they look great. I've got about 8 colors in each. I've already sold out of them once. We just got the new order in today, and I'm already down probably about 15 baits. So we're super psyched about their new square bills. So come in, check out their new colors. They're priced great at $749.
they're cheap.
And so they've done a great job. I want to shout out to Ark, Louie, Justin. Those guys have done a great job on getting me some great new products in. So those are the 3 cranks. What do you got?
I have the topwater slider.
The topwater slider.
Big
right?
walking bait.
Big walking bait. Here's another big, similar to the Evergreen Shower
Yeah.
Blow that they've come out with. I'm still testing these. I know some guys love the
fished them.
Shower
I
Blow.
loved it.
It was really good,
Yeah.
but once again, $749.
Yeah, the price point of these is
great.
amazing.
They also have the new TP70 Pop R that looks great in 6 different colors. And then they've got the Z63 Z Series half-ounce rattle
Lipless.
trap lipless crankbait. So it's also a great bait. It has some great rattle to it, great action.
Yes.
I fished these. So anyway, come check out the new Ark when you come in. It's just to the
Absolutely.
right. Brand new Ark series. I posted a picture on, I think, in Facebook today.
Yeah.
So super stoked about those. Man, that was a lot of stuff.
That was quite a bit.
And that's not even all of it. There's so
What?
much new stuff going on in the shop. We've got, I'm super excited
That
to
tank?
announce what you don't know. You don't know.
I don't even know this. Brandy,
that-
you don't know?
I placed the first order for the brand new Ark rods that are about to launch. Okay? And I bought, you ready for this?
Yes.
Already sold.
Already sold them?
Already sold them. 25 of them today. Okay.
How are you going to make big business
So-
decisions without asking me?
Okay? So, just so you know, they will be coming out somewhere in November.
And I won't even get to touch one
Yep.
before it's sold?
There's more coming. Don't worry.
It's sorta
Anyway,
like it's
I'm
sorta like our-
super
Like our
excited.
Corvettes at Jack Burford Chevrolet.
Yeah, that's right.
They're all sold.
They're all sold when they get there. That's right. So
Wow.
just
25
listen.
of them.
I'm super stoked about that, and yeah, that's really super cool. So I talked to them today, so they've got some more stuff coming. That's actually for a high school, so I'll announce those more later when that comes in. But super excited about that, and that was great support by Ark. They took really good credit of their high school team, and so I'm super happy.
We should have a show just about rods.
We should do a show on
In and
rods.
outs about
I mean, we
them.
should do a show on knots and rods and boat etiquette and all kinds of stuff.
I need some boat etiquette.
right? You
I need to learn how to walk in a boat.
Boat safety.
Yeah, you need a
that's
lot
what
of
I need.
etiquette.
I need boat safety.
Boat safety.
Ian's like walking around with big old, I don't even know, like, gorilla all around,
How to
right?
follow the law in different states.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Ian. How to
Kent,
follow the law in different states.
how many hooks do you have on your Alabama rig?
Yeah, in which state?
All the same, in my opinion.
No, they're not. They're not. Anyway.
3 in Tennessee, 5 in Kentucky.
Correct. Anyway, point being, we got a lot of new stuff coming in, right? And we're super excited about what's going on in the fall, and definitely come check us out.
Yeah.
We are also getting ready to make some big modifications to the store.
Randy
right?
wants to eat.
Randy wants crappie to eat.
I did. Hey, did
We
you
are-
send my crappie?
We are gonna go catch some crappie. But
Today,
you got to take
right
off
now.
a day so we can go catch them.
Yeah, you can't
You
just
can't
make
work
us
every
bring 'em.
day.
You gotta
You've gotta
come with
go.
us.
Wow.
Because
You gotta learn to fish eventually, Randy.
you have to. Speaking of learning to fish, Randy,
Randy?
it's time to educate you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's educate Randy.
Let me see what I got. Let me see what I can get.
So as Randy is randomly walking through the store to get like 5 baits
Miscellaneous.
or whatever, I have no idea what
He
he's
could
getting.
walk back with 100 of them.
I
I'm
don't
gonna be
know
here
what
till
he's
12
getting,
o'clock.
right? In the midst of it, Cody England has joined us in the studio
Cody, you wanna come
tonight.
say hi?
And so Cody has joined us, one of our employees, and he's hanging out in the back, chilling out. And he's like, "No, I'm not coming up there." But anyway, he's a former Madison Central fisherman, right? Correct?
Fisherman.
Oh, are you saying that's debatable?
Part of the team.
He was,
Madison Central part of the team. He's kind of like
he
part
was
of
an
the team.
angler.
He was an angler, like you're a football player, right? Oh, hurts, doesn't it? Hurts, Ian. Hurts. See, I can get you back, buddy. I can get you back. Anyway, where is Randy? Is he lost? Is he petting the fish?
Randy.
He might be petting the fish.
It's not in sight.
Is he not? Okay. Anyway, hey, speaking of
Speaking of,
new baits. Oh, he's made
what
it.
is that?
Oh, my
I
dear.
saw this trout. What's that?
Wow.
That is beautiful. That's love.
It is. What is that, Ian? Go ahead and talk a little bit about
This is the Savage Gear.
Yep. Glide bait.
Is it a glide
Swim
bait?
bait.
Has it got a name?
It is the Pulse Trail Trout line through bait from Savage Gear. Swim bait,
Yep.
large swim bait.
Kyle Gadd could tell you about this.
Yeah, in fact, we are going to do a show on swim baits
With Kyle?
with Kyle. Not with you, because you couldn't even name the bait. Okay?
I was
So you're
trying
like,
to get a
what
team,
is this,
I
Kent?
was getting a team
What
effort.
is this? What is this? Anyway, so
I was getting a team effort. I was
we are
going
going to do a swim bait
Gear.
special. Talk a lot about swim baits because the swim bait world is crazy. Okay, so but anyway, how would we fish this? All right, this is
Put it on a shaky head.
This thing weighs 7 ounces.
What eats that thing?
Wow.
Okay, so you better. So
A shark.
I answer this question a lot. So everybody's like, "Man, what are you fishing offshore for it?" To be honest,
Tell them about how much
bass
bass make.
eat 75% of their body size, right? So
So
you got to understand that's why when you see a 12-inch fish and you're like, wow, it's only that long, but it ate a bait this big.
Right.
You know, we all tease and say, man, it was big as the bait. But honestly, they'll eat that size.
Right.
That's how they get bigger. So a
So realistically,
5-pounder
like-
that's like this has no issue eating a
So
bait.
realistically, like a 2-pounder could eat that.
It has no issue. So definitely not throwing in trees and things like that. You're throwing down bluff
bad about
walls.
that.
You're fishing on. You're fishing across big humps. You're fishing on big
Big flats.
flats. things like that.
Big
fishing
long
a big
point.
swim bait that you can get.
Now Kyle will probably say that different because I know Kyle gets up in the trees.
He does.
And skips it,
Right?
And slides it and flips it.
There's guys that love throwing, and you got to listen. You got to get you a big 965, 968 swim bait rod, right? That can throw up these big 6'8"
Braid?
9-ounce baits, right?
Would that be a braid man rod for you?
100% braid, no doubt.
Why couldn't I put like 8-pound mono on it?
Well, I don't want to lose a $25 bait, right? With 8 pound. Are you crazy?
Hey, Patrick,
I know people do throw it on like 25-pound mono.
I'm
Patrick Chase.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do ramp etiquette.
Has he got his?
Yes.
Has he got his sleeves?
Yeah, he already got them.
Did he? Okay.
Yes, he's got them.
But ramp etiquette.
Anyway, ramp etiquette. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be a great show.
That'd be a great show.
Andy Harden says, is Brian going to be talking about electronics?
Brian,
Brian.
Matt, I got a Mike Williams that's for the Lawrence,
Okay.
and he's going to come up here and do a show with me.
Nice. That'd be cool.
But we're right in the middle of fishing season, like for them. So, but he's going to be here. I've already chatted to him, and he's going to be here to talk a lot about graphs and do a demo. I'm trying to figure out the best way to set that up.
Sure.
Because what I'd like to do is have some type of video, Randy, where we can like show pictures, but we can see them because it's really important to see the sonar and like down imaging and how that all works.
Figured out.
Were you mocking me with my hand motions? I'm done with you.
Hey,
All right,
this
last, come on.
one, Reaction Innovation.
Oh, Lord.
Bad shit green.
Oh,
Skinny dipper.
yep. Skinny dipper.
This is a fantastic bait. I'm not fond on the colors. I'm not much on the translucent black, silver, gray. I'm not much on those.
There's a lot of guys that like them.
Yeah, but on the contrary, there's plenty of guys that like them. Now, like a sexy shad color, like a silver with a blue flash or
I
something.
mean, you're fishing clear water with that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're on like a Great Lake or something, fishing really clear water, smallmouth fishing, shit.
Yep. I'd probably dye the tail a little bit. But anyway, yeah, what do you use? It's swim bait.
Yeah.
This is
You can do many a things with a swim bait. You
Yeah.
can use it as a swim jig trailer, chatterbait, spinnerbait, Alabama rig with
Yeah.
3 to 5 hooks depending on the
I
state.
actually prefer to fish the little dippers
Yeah.
versus the skinny dippers when it comes to fishing a
You know a
rig or smaller.
fantastic way to fish this?
What's that?
On a net head, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's a non-well-known tactic.
Is it?
so
Well,
don't
they
steal
know
it.
now.
They know now.
Good non-well-knower.
International.
Internationals, there you go.
All 9 million
They're all
views
on the
of
camera
tonight.
going right now. Ian, why would you tell everybody that? Anyway. Yes.
Will Hammond said, I throw Savage gear on 30-pound mono.
Told you,
There you
25,
go.
30 pound mono.
You said 8-pound mono.
I was joking, obviously.
Divine,
Another 6 cents bait.
Man, you are picking the 6 cents base tonight. This is the Divine Hybrid Jig, I can already tell you.
Yep.
So this is a great hybrid jig from 6 cents. The reason why they call it hybrid is you can actually fish
Swim
it
it.
like a jig, bounce it, or you can also swim it. I have not skipped this bait yet, so I
haven't
don't
either.
know what its skipping ability is. I don't know if anybody's on
I like
that's
the
fished
head.
the hybrid jig. This is the pumpkin blue melon color, but if you have tried to skip these, I'd like to know.
Yeah.
I have not tried them, but these are really popular. I sell a lot of
Yes.
these jigs. They are a little, I mean, they're at $4.99,
It's
which
a little
bit
steep,
more.
but they're great jigs.
But they are, I'd probably use this more as a swim jig, I mean, than fishing in rocks. And definitely if I was going to Harrington, I'm not using it because I get stuck all the time in Harrington. I can't.
I mean, at least it's
somehow-
not a tungsten drop shot weight that's
Well,
that
I
big.
break off all the time in Harrington. I don't know why. Laurel and Harrington just like to eat my baits. I don't get it. I don't
Hey,
understand.
It's all right because you're
so,
really good at fishing both
the
ways.
hybrid jig.
speaking of arc baits,
I think
we
we
just
went
went through
over,
all
we
this
went
one
through
already.
what's that little critter?
That's what we went over.
Yeah, we did this already.
The CM3.
You picked a bait that we already
I picked
did.
the same one?
The same one.
Hey, that is a great
That's a
color
different
though.
color.
Actually, let's talk about this. So it's a brand new color from Ark. I
they're all
shouldn't say
brand
brand
new.
new, but well, they are. But we've already sold them, been
Yeah.
out for a little bit. Okay. So, but this one I did not carry. I just picked it up. So this one and this Fire Tiger color are both. So you can see a little bit. I hope.
What's the difference
All
I was
between
gonna say,
the
I'll
small
help
one
you
and the
hold
big
it.
one?
We talked about this.
We
a little
talked
bit.
about that.
All right.
I'm producing a show. I didn't
Oh.
listen.
Oh, you didn't listen?
Thanks for paying attention to
This
us,
goes-
Randy. It means a lot.
This goes 5 to 7 feet deep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. This one goes 3 to 5 feet deep, and this one actually will run 3 to 6 feet deep. And it's kind of interesting because what you're going to think is well, in the smaller one, don't.
I was going to help you from.
Is the smaller one going to go not as deep as the other ones? That's probably what you're thinking. But if you look closely, what you're going to find is that the bill on this one, the 5 to 7 and 3 to 6 are square bill, and you're going to find that this one is not a square bill.
Is it a curvature? Or
so it's more of a curved deep diver bait. So it's just your traditional little crankbait, which is a great, I mean, if you look at it, what a great pond creek bait, okay, to be in. And then these are more of your square bills, right, that you're going to fish. So that's why they doesn't go as deep. Good job, Randy.
Good to know.
Yeah, you picked out some good stuff there. So let's talk a little bit about what time we got. Randy, any more questions?
We are going on at 8 o'clock.
Awesome.
Perfect.
No more questions, not yet.
Awesome. I'm going to give some time for some more questions.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
So,
I missed one.
yeah.
Do they swim true? Never have used that crankbait. I'm assuming
The Arks.
the Ark. I missed
The experience that I've had so far is that they do swim true. I have not had
Straight out
anybody
of the
come
pack?
back. I've not had anybody come back and tell me that they are unhappy with that bait, and I've sold a wall full of them already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are exclusive here with them. So definitely come get them. If you've got feedback, I'm going to tell you right now.
They'd love to hear it.
The creator of Art Baits is right here on my phone. I can call him. He's called me. I've given him feedback on eyes. They've sent me eye on a rod, right, that I've had to replace. Their warranty on all the rods is 5 years. I mean, they have been an amazing company to work with so far, and I am just super stoked to have them part of the store and part of this region. So
Now, did we also answer the question? I don't remember you all talking about, is there any new Art Apparel coming out?
the Ark Apparel, I have Ark pullovers. I have new Ark hats in the store today. Ark Sunglasses are right here that they're making. They are working on a couple of new things that I can't even talk about right now. And so, yes, I know what's coming, but I cannot. Paperwork has been signed. So,
Wow.
yeah, so there's some things that I cannot speak about yet,
Like
but
talking about aliens.
there are definitely some Ark things that are coming, so we're super excited about that. So definitely look forward to some new stuff coming here in the fall as we go to the shows.
Yeah. Anything else?
I just want to talk a little bit, really quick, just about what's upcoming. I don't know what's coming up for our shows. We always have our open house on Super Bowl weekend, which I think is February 3rd or 4th or something like that, this first weekend. So I just don't know. I'm hoping to continue to have my open house, and if I've got to do a big tent outside and put walls in it, then that's what I'll do. But I will have vendors. I am going to move forward in having our open house, and as of course we always have Daryl come and cook his famous ribeye sandwiches and cracked cheese bread, and we'll have crappie for you.
I'm in.
Making me hungry.
So we're going to have a lot of good stuff, but I just don't know what's in store for the shows in Corbin, for the, their Pittsburgh open house down there for the Corbin Arena show. I know there's open houses that usually happen. So just stay tuned while we try to iron out what it looks like. I mean, our kids just went back to school, so I just don't know what's in play, but we will get there.
Yeah. It'll all
but
come back eventually.
What I ask you is, if you're going to come visit us here, come hang out. We've got new stuff coming in every day. It's going to be pretty awesome. And so,
Just watch it piece
by the
together.
way, we got a new fish tank.
Yeah.
I know they saw it, but we
I
didn't
tried
even
to
talk about it.
but you had bigger and better things.
So we got catfish in there, some bluegills in there, and
500 fish in there, right?
well, that's your fault. So, but we've got, oh my gosh. So we've got some great looking fish that we custom ordered and got in there. So we're excited, but the kids come in there and look at the fish tank all the time, and it's something definitely fun to have. And we were worried about how loud it's going to be, but it's right here next to the
and we
studio,
can't
and it's
even hear it.
super quiet. So anyway, with that being said, we just wrapped up our 4th show. Next week, I wasn't going to have a show on Wednesday night, but
Special.
We got a special next week?
I think we're going to do a special next week.
What's the next week?
Am I invited to this
Next
one?
week, I have a special guest, Kenny Harden will like this special guest. In fact, Kenny, if you want to come up on Wednesday, travel up here, hang out, it'd be good to have you. But we certainly are going to have a special guest from Campbellsville to be up here next Wednesday. So we're super excited about that. So stay tuned. That is confirmed, but we're just going to not announce till we get a little bit closer to make sure everything's going to work out. But certainly that's going to happen. So we're excited about that.
Fantastic.
Hey, listen,
Hey.
you're not fishing this weekend. You're going to work.
Some people have to work.
So take care of the store while I'm gone, please.
Hey, I'm showing
And
the tank now.
it-
Showing the tank now.
showing the tank.
It's under good hands.
So
Awesome.
pretty. Look.
Yeah, that's our new fish tank. It's pretty fun, man.
So I
We're
don't
super
see
excited.
74 fish in there.
There's not 74, but the catfish is hiding. Catfish
There
is
was
hiding in the
74 in
ship. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to our show. Hope you had a good time. Hope you learned something.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week. Peace out.
Boom.
All right, let me get the close up. Hold on a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Did it too fast.
Well, I was going too fast.
we
Hey,
gotta
let's do
run
it
it back.
again.
We gotta run it
Run it
back.
back. Run it back.
shit.
Hold on, we're going. Okay. Hey, anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into our last show. Hope you
No,
have a
last
great
show.
week. Oh, sorry. That's our fourth show. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Oh, let's start over. Hey, thank you for tuning in to our fourth show, and hope you have a great rest of your week and weekend. I'm heading south to go fishing. You take
And
care of the
I'm
store.
watching the store.
All right, peace out.
Boom.
I'm only one man.
Thanks for watching the Cane Pole Fishing Show. Visit the Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza or on Facebook. Thanks for watching and happy fishing. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub.